Sometimes in sports, there are those moments that take a bit of time to process what just happened. In a game Raptors vs. Heat, NBA player Derrick Jones Jr. made an incredible jaw-dropping dunk in the fourth quarter that might have been the dunk of the year.
Here, Bam throws it a little wide and he has to crank back. Watch how he doesn't dunk it, he's throwing it in. That ball in. How does that go in on that angle if he doesn't throw it in?
Monster truck driving is an inherently dangerous sport because you can get unlucky with one miscalculation. A crazy moment to watch from the Brodozer team was when one driver pulled off an incredible double flip. During the French League One, Irvin Cardona made one of the most spectacular goals in football history that even made the goalie of the opposite team proud. Many people call Cristiano Ronaldo the most gifted athlete in the world. He was even tested by scientists to understand what makes him so good at football. A moment that never fails to impress is seeing how high Ronaldo can jump in action. Even though some people tend to believe ski jumping is the most dangerous Winter Olympic sport, it actually doesn't have a very high injury rate. But a jump that, if went wrong, would have led to a bad injury is one from Stefan Kraft, who did a 253-meter jump, which turned out to be the longest ski jump ever in history.
German volleyball player Luisa Lippmann, who is known for doing some very high-speed spikes, executed a perfect spike with a speed over 60 miles per hour during a match against the Netherlands.
Sometimes in MotoGP, drivers have to be able to think quickly. When a driver noticed that there was no way of preventing the bike to flip, he jumped on top and used it like a sort of surfboard. At a football game, 4 players went for the ball at the same exact time, and it was kind of a Matrix-like moment to watch. With so many passionate fans of any given sport, it's expected to have some moments in which some people just take it a little bit too far. An NBA fan definitely went incredibly out of line when she saw LeBron James walking out and called him a P-word. Even though LeBron James looked surprised, he didn't say anything and just let the security do their job.
Watch your mouth!
Even though some crazy saves in volleyball can lead to an injury, during a high school volleyball game, one of the players made one of the craziest but riskiest saves, which left the entire crowd in disbelief. A crazy but bizarre moment to watch was when LeBron James made a dunk that went in, but then bounced back off on the head of his opponent. And well, to everyone's surprise, the dunk wasn't counted.
But it hits Henderson's head and comes back out. The Heat were stunned. They thought they'd gotten the basket. Watch this, right off Henderson's head and right back out of the basket.
Sometimes we see people with crazy reflexes that look like they entered the Matrix. An absolutely unbelievable moment to watch was when a kickboxer dodged a kick in the leg by jumping with one leg. Surfing is probably one of the most adrenaline-rushing sports to practice. But very scary moment was when a surfer rode a 100 feet tall wave at a place in Portugal called Nazar, which is known for having the highest breaking waves in the world. The town has even experienced waves the size of a 10-story high building. During a race, one of the drivers got extremely unlucky when his race car stepped in the wheel of another car and went flying off. But to everyone's surprise, it ended up being a big boost for the driver. There is no secret that in boxing we can see some ridiculously fast punches, but the fastest punch that was ever recorded is from this woman that left the man absolutely stunned. And to prove she actually landed the punch, she put powder in her hand. Okay, this might look like the video is sped up, but this is actually one of the fastest footballers, and it's incredible to watch when he makes sprints. During a 400 meters race, during the final lap, one of the runners got extremely unlucky when a pole from someone practicing nearby snapped and tangled the runner in the first position, causing him to lose the first spot. Okay, even after watching this celebration several times, I still can't tell how they did it. But when a football team scored, they made a sort of magic celebration in which they made the ball levitate somehow. What is widely considered as one of the best dunks in history happened in a game France vs. USA at the Sydney Olympics when Vince Carter dunked over a 7-2 player. Being Iron Man is the dream of many. Well, not exactly the same, but a very cool moment in a football match happened when a man in a flying device came out of nowhere to give the referee the ball in the Portugal finals. In a women's football match, the Arsenal team plotted an awesome strategy in which they made a pass to avoid the defense wall.
Beautifully worked. What a great one. Pretending you're falling out and then nod it to the side for Ella.
To some people's surprise, baseball has been the most popular sport in Japan for a while now, so it's normal for upcoming movies to be promoted before the games, and they can actually get very creative. A pretty cool moment was when some Star Wars characters went on the field to throw the first pitch. Diving is a very technical sport, and it even becomes more difficult when you're competing in synchronized diving, because it takes hundreds or even thousands of hours of endless tweaks in order for the pair to be able to completely mirror each other. An amazing moment to watch was in the Kazan 2013 competition, when the American team managed to be perfectly in sync. Even though bowls is not the most popular sport, sometimes really cool things happen. During the World Bowls Tour at the Potter's Resort, Nick Brett managed to make one of the most incredible shots that required a huge amount of precision.
To be honest, well, he's very close to splitting the two red balls and getting to the jack. That's what the target is. Oh, look at this. Oh, that is ridiculous.
An amazing moment to watch at an NBA game was when Jamal Murray made a Michael Jordan-like double clutch layup in the Western Conference Finals that left everyone in the crowd in disbelief. When the Parnu volleyball team was about to start celebrating, the opponent surprised them with an incredible save. During the ending of the World Championship, one of the cyclers started to really step his game up and took the first place. And that's when all the other top 4 cyclers stepped their game up as well. And the cycler who was supposed to win threw it away by celebrating too early. Even though cycling isn't considered the most exciting sport in the world, towards the last kilometer of the race, things get extremely intense. During the ending of the World Championship, one of the cyclers started to really step his game up and took the first place. And that's when all the other top 4 cyclers stepped their game up as well. And the cycler who was supposed to win threw it away by celebrating too early.
He gets no Hershey. Oh, and he's got his chain disregarded here. And Alaphilippe, is he going to take it? Oh, I think he may have just lost it.